All right, so for this deep dive, let's ditch the overcrowded beaches,
Okay.
the scorching sun. Let's trade those in for, wait for it, the Baltic Sea.
Really?
Yes, Latvia. We're going to Latvia to discover why its beaches are, well, they're being touted as the ultimate anti-med getaway.
Anti-med, huh?
Yeah, and we're going to use this article from Brat Guides to kind of guide our journey here. It's called The Best Beaches in Latvia That You Need to Visit. And it was published pretty recently, April 23rd of this year.
Okay.
So get ready for some really cool stuff. Tsarist-era spas, Viking towns, oh, and beach festivals. Apparently these beach festivals rival the Mediterranean party scene.
That's pretty interesting. It is kind of fascinating how Latvia is becoming this haven for travelers who are looking for something different, different kind of beach experience.
Yeah.
I mean, look, the Mediterranean's great, but it's dealing with overcrowding and the temperatures are getting really intense in the summer.
Right.
And Latvia's got these vast, uncrowded, sandy beaches. And the Gulf of Riga, the water's shallow, perfect for families.
I've always associated the Mediterranean with those packed beaches, Like you're practically towel to towel with strangers.
Yeah.
But imagine miles of soft sand all to yourself.
Wow.
That's what Latvia seems to offer. And no vendors, hassling you every 5 minutes.
Oh, that's nice.
Sign me up.
And that's a big part of this anti-med thing. It's a laid-back vibe. There's no pretense, and the beaches are free to access.
Yeah.
No pricey private plots, just pure relaxation.
Right.
It's a breath of fresh air compared to, I don't know, other European beach destinations, which can be kind of intense. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah, I get it. But let's unpack this anti-med concept a bit more.
Sure.
What exactly makes it so different from, let's say, a typical Greek island vacation?
Well, I think of it as the beach experience stripped down to its essence.
Yeah.
It's all about connecting with nature, enjoying that slower pace of life, and escaping the crowds. So instead of, those bustling promenades and the tourist traps, you get these tranquil nature trails, pine-scented forests, and just wide-open Baltic beaches.
So it's not just about the beaches themselves, but the whole atmosphere, right? Like the Latvian way of life is actually part of the experience.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm starting to see the appeal here. Now, the article highlights Jumala as Latvia's most famous beach resort. It has over 30 kilometers of white sand. What's it like?
Okay, so imagine this. You're strolling along these white sand beaches, right? And you're passing these grand wooden villas. They were built during Grimala's time as a Tsarist-era spa town. You can almost feel the echoes of that bygone era, this sense of history mixing with the fresh sea air.
Wow, that's really cool.
And if you want to experience that historical luxury firsthand, there are spa hotels like the Baltic Beach Hotel, the Lulupe Hotel. They offer a modern take on those traditional pampering experiences.
Okay, so we've got history, architecture, and spa treatments. Wait, are you telling me I can soak in mineral springs and wander around Art Nouveau architecture all in the same place?
You got it. But Jurmala's not all about grandeur. A bit further down the coast, there's Imeri.
Okay.
And Imeri's known for, sulfurous mineral springs and also peat bogs.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's a totally different kind of spa experience. It's all about natural remedies and therapies. So you can skip the typical, beach massage and try a rejuvenating peat treatment, something you can only really find in this region.
A sulfurous spa treatment. Now, that's something you don't find on every beach vacation.
Right.
But for those who want more than spa towns, what else does the Latvian coastline offer?
Well, picture this. You're driving north along the coast, windows down, the fresh Baltic air is kind of whipping through your hair.
Oh, yeah.
Your destination. Solkrasti, a really charming town. It lives up to its name, which actually translates to sunny coast.
Okay, a road trip along the Baltic coast? That already sounds amazing. What's in Solkrasti? More amazing beaches.
Oh, for sure. But Solkrasti is more than just beaches. It's about these picturesque landscapes. So sandy beaches framed by pine-covered dunes, and you can smell the pine needles mixing with that salty sea air. And for a truly breathtaking view, there's the White Dune.
Wow.
Yeah, it overlooks the Inchupi River. You can hike to the top and take in the panoramic vista of the coastline. It's a world away from, the crowds you'd find at more popular beach destinations.
It sounds like Solkrasti is all about that natural beauty and tranquility.
Exactly.
That key element of the anti-med experience.
Right.
Now, the article mentions Empress Catherine the Great visited this town. What's that about?
Well, apparently she visited Solkrasi back in the 18th century, and she planted some linden trees there. It's a small detail, but it adds to the charm of the town. Reminds you of its long history.
I love those little historical details that bring a place to life.
Hmm.
You're really selling Latvia as this hidden gem. It's got natural beauty, history, and it sounds really charming. I can practically picture myself like exploring the dunes, breathing in that fresh Baltic air.
And that's just the beginning. The article suggests going even further north of Salkrasti, where you'll find a whole string of secluded beaches. They're just waiting to be explored.
Okay, now we're talking hidden beaches, off the beaten path adventures. I'm ready. Where to next?
Let's go to Tuja Beach. It's the real hidden gem tucked away amidst pine forests. So imagine this. You're walking along Tuja Beach.
Okay.
The sand, the soft white sand, is beneath your feet. The air is, well, it's filled with that pine needle scent. And you can hear the Baltic waves crashing gently against the shore. It's so tranquil. It's the kind of peace you don't really find on those crowded Mediterranean beaches.
I can almost hear the waves now. But what makes this beach, Tuja Beach, stand out from the others? Is it just the seclusion?
It's definitely part of it, yeah. But it's also the unspoiled natural beauty.
Okay.
Tuja Beach is surrounded by these thick pine forests.
Yeah.
So it creates this sense of like intimacy and escape. You can just wander through the trees, take a deep breath of that fresh air, and just feel totally disconnected from everything.
That anti-med vibe again.
Yeah.
Focusing on nature and getting away from all those crowds. I'm definitely sensing a theme here. The article also talks about Kviji Harbor, which sounds pretty interesting.
Oh, yeah.
What can you tell me about it?
So Kviji Harbor, it offers this unique mix of maritime history and modern comfort.
Okay.
You can explore the harbor, learn about its seafaring past, and then just relax at the Keptis Oster Resort.
What's so special about this Captiu Oster Resort? Is it like one of those fancy spa hotels we were talking about before?
Not exactly. It's something different altogether.
Oh.
Kepti Oster is very much in line with that anti-med spirit. So you'll find camping, cottages, and they even have these accommodations that are kind of like a tribute to Latvia's maritime history.
Wait, hold on. You're saying they have camping A&D cottages? That's quite a variety.
Exactly. They cater to everyone, whether you're the back to basics camper or you want a comfy cottage. And then, like I said, they have these options that incorporate elements of maritime history.
That's really cool.
Yeah, gives you a little taste of Latvia's seafaring legacy.
I love it. Embracing the unexpected. Okay, so we've got tranquil beaches, history-infused resorts. Anything else waiting for us on this Baltic road trip?
Absolutely. Let's continue north to Ainaji Beach.
Ainaji Beach. Okay.
It's a tranquil spot, but it's got a surprisingly rich past.
What makes Ainaji Beach so special? Is it another one of those hidden gems?
It is a hidden gem, but it's also a place where you can really feel the history.
Oh.
Ainaji has this strong maritime tradition. It goes all the way back to the 19th century when it was home to this really well-known naval school.
Wow.
So you can walk along the beach and just imagine these young sailors training on the shore. You can almost sense that legacy.
It's incredible how these coastal towns in Latvia they blend these historical stories with the natural beauty of the Baltic Sea. You're painting such a vivid picture of this destination that has relaxation and discovery.
Yeah, and that sense of discovery, it just continues as we shift gears a bit and head west of Riga. To the other side of the Gulf.
West of Riga. All right, I'm intrigued. What kind of adventures are we talking about now?
Let's start with Enger Beach.
Okay.
It's a place where you can just immerse yourself in the raw beauty of the Baltic coastline. Imagine these vast stretches of sandy beach, and they're framed by these rolling dunes.
Love it.
The wind it whips through the tall grasses. It creates this almost like a symphony of nature's sounds.
Sounds amazing. It sounds like the perfect spot to get away from the crowds, reconnect with nature. Now, you mentioned dunes. Are we talking like massive sand dunes, like the ones you see in pictures of the Sahara Desert?
Well, not quite Sahara scale, but Unger's dunes are still pretty impressive.
Oh, okay.
They create this really dramatic landscape, and they're always changing, being shaped by the wind.
Wow.
You can wander through these formations, feel the sand beneath your feet, and just witness the power of nature firsthand.
It sounds like an experience that really engages all of your senses.
For sure.
Now, the article also mentions Lake Enger. It's nearby, right?
Yeah, that's right.
What's so special about it?
Oh, Lake Enger, it's a birdwatcher's paradise.
Yeah.
Imagine standing on the shore of this peaceful lake. You're surrounded by all these bird calls, different kinds of birds. And then you look up and you see flocks of migratory birds flying overhead.
That sounds amazing.
It's a dream for anyone who loves nature.
So we could go from exploring those windswept dunes to watching rare birds all in one afternoon. Latvia seems to have this incredible range of natural landscapes.
Exactly. And if you're looking for a truly offbeat experience, well, there's Mulsils.
Eltzils.
It's this small coastal village with a bit of a quirky twist.
Quirky twist. Okay, I'm all ears. What makes Melnsels so unique?
Well, how about spending a night in a converted barrel,
A barrel?
a former military bunker,
Oh, wow.
or even a motorboat?
Wait a minute. A bunker? Seriously, did I hear that right?
You heard right. Mulsils is all about embracing the unexpected.
I love it.
They offer these accommodations that are as unique as the landscape itself.
Hmm.
Imagine telling your friends you spent your vacation in a cozy bunker overlooking the Baltic Sea.
Now that is a conversation starter for sure.
Right.
It sounds like an unforgettable experience. It's like Latvia is saying, come and experience something different, something quirky, something unexpected.
That's exactly it. And speaking of the unexpected, we can't forget about Cape Kolka.
Cape Kolka.
That's where the Gulf of Riga meets the open Baltic Sea. It's a pretty dramatic spot.
I remember reading about that. Wasn't Cape Kolka known as like a sailor's nightmare?
Yeah, it definitely has that reputation.
Mm.
Strong currents, shifting sandbanks. It was treacherous for ships.
Yeah, that sounds scary.
But on calmer days, Cape Kolka has a different side. So imagine standing at the tip of this narrow peninsula,
Okay.
and you're watching the waters of the Gulf of Riga collide with the waves of the Baltic Sea. It's a sight that will make you feel, I don't know, awe and maybe a little bit of trepidation at the same time.
It sounds like a place where you can really feel the power of nature.
Definitely.
So are there beaches at Cape Kolka?
There are 2 sandy beaches framed by forests. They offer a calmer experience compared to the drama of the Cape itself. And then there's the Kolka Lighthouse.
Okay.
It sits on Latvia's only sea island. So you can visit the lighthouse, you can climb to the top for panoramic views of the coastline, you can explore the island's trails, or you can just sit back, relax, and enjoy the peace and quiet of the Baltic Sea.
A lighthouse on a lonely island. That sounds so picturesque.
It is. It's a place to disconnect from the world
Yeah.
and just embrace the serenity of the sea.
So we've got dramatic landscapes, historical lighthouses, even a little bit of danger thrown in there.
Yeah.
What more could you ask for in a destination?
Well, our Latvian adventure's not over yet. We still have to explore the cities of Liepāja and Ventspils. That's where urban attractions meet those coastal delights.
Okay, so we've talked about those tranquil beaches, the charming towns, and even that spot where the two seas meet. That was pretty dramatic.
Right.
But you said our Latvian adventure isn't over yet.
It isn't.
We still have those cities to explore.
Yeah, let's head to the cities.
Okay.
First up, Liepāja.
Liepāja.
It's a city that really blends urban energy with that coastal charm we've been talking about. And get this, Liepāja is going to be the European capital of culture in 2027.
Wow, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, so you know there's going to be a vibrant art and culture scene waiting for us.
European capital of culture, that's a big deal. What kind of cultural things can we expect in Liepāja?
Well, there's the Great Amber Concert Hall.
Okay,
It's known for its architecture and, well, world-class acoustics.
cool.
And then you've got historical sites like Peter the Great's house.
Oh, wow.
It gives you a glimpse into the city's past.
Peter the Great's house. That sounds like something I need to see. Any other, like, hidden gems we should know about?
Liepāja has a bit of an edgy side, too.
Edgy, huh?
Yeah, you can explore a former Soviet prison.
A prison.
Yeah, it's a stark reminder of Latvia's, well, complicated history.
Okay.
And if you're feeling really adventurous, you can spend the night there.
Oh, wow. You know what? I'm not sure I'm brave enough for that. But it definitely shows how diverse Latvia is, all the different experiences you can have. You mentioned the art and culture scene. What about music? Any big festivals or events in Liepāja?
Oh, yeah, Liepāja hosts the Summer Sound Festival every year.
Okay.
It's a massive beach party, basically. It brings in international and Latvian musicians.
So, like, a beachside music festival.
Exactly.
That sounds incredible. It's like Latvia's combined the best of both worlds, you know? The tranquility of those anti-med beaches with the excitement of a big music festival.
It is pretty cool. And then there's Ventspils. It's our next stop.
Ventspils, okay.
It's a city with, a more playful side.
Playful.
Yeah, perfect for
Yeah.
families, anyone who appreciates, like, whimsy.
Playful side, tell me more.
Ventspils is known for its collection of, get this, painted cow sculptures.
Painted cows.
Yeah, they're
Wow.
all over the city. So you'll just
Really?
be walking around and bam, you'll run into these colorful cows. It just adds this unexpected delight to your day.
Painted cow sculptures. I love that. It's so quirky and, well, just unexpected. What else is Invincibles?
Okay, so there's the Visium Science Center. It's interactive, perfect for people who love to learn.
Cool.
And then for a bit of history, there's the Seaside Open Air Museum.
Okay.
It's got historic buildings, a narrow gauge railway. You can step back in time and see what life was like in coastal Latvia centuries ago.
It's really amazing how Latvia manages to blend history, culture, and natural beauty all together. But let's get practical for a minute.
Sure.
Say someone's listening to this and they're completely hooked. They want to go experience those Latvian beaches for themselves. What should they know?
All right, so the best time to visit, beach-wise, is May to September. July and August are the warmest months.
Okay.
And if you want a really immersive cultural experience, think about going during midsummer. That's in June.
Midsummer in Latvia. I've heard it's magical.
Yeah, it is.
What about getting there, getting around? Is Latvia easy to get to and explore?
Oh, yeah, it's pretty easy. So Riga, the capital, has good flight connections to major cities in Europe.
Okay.
So that's your gateway to those coastal adventures. From there, you can easily get to Jurmala and Salkrasti by train or bus.
Nice.
And if you want to explore those hidden beaches, the less traveled spots, renting a car is a good idea.
So Latvia is off the beaten path enough to feel like a discovery, but it's still easy to get to and explore. I like that.
Yeah, it's a great combo.
Yeah.
And even after all this talk, there's still this sense of mystery.
I know what you mean.
Like there's still so much to discover.
It feels like we've only just scratched the surface of what Latvia has to offer. We haven't even talked about the food. I bet there's amazing seafood. Fresh fish, smoked fish,
Yeah.
and that traditional rye bread.
Oh, yeah, the food. I'm getting hungry just thinking about it.
Ah,
Latvian cuisine is a whole other adventure waiting to happen.
how do I?
Those unique flavors, the local ingredients, I can almost taste it now. Sitting at a seaside cafe, enjoying a delicious meal, the taste of the Baltic Sea just lingering.
Now you're making me hungry. But you've touched on something really important, that this deep dive, it's made me curious about Latvia. Like, I want to go beyond the usual tourist stuff and really experience the heart of the country.
And that's the beauty of exploring places like this,
Yeah.
It's about immersing yourself in the culture, the landscape, the energy of the place. And Latvia seems to be calling out to people who are looking for something different, something authentic, unspoiled, and full of surprises.
So, as we wrap up this deep dive into Latvia's anti-med beaches, what's the one thing we want our listeners to remember?
Embrace the unexpected. Go beyond those well-worn paths. Latvia rewards curiosity. It's got this unique blend of history, nature, and a culture that's both quirky and authentic.
Well said. And who knows, maybe after listening to this deep dive, you'll find yourself planning your own Latvian adventure, discovering those hidden beaches, exploring those charming towns, and maybe even spending a night in a converted bunker. Until next time, happy travels, everyone.